A greasy mechanic hunched under a car. A tiny voice yelling, "Dad!" A moment that seemed ordinary until the entire garage went silent. What she did next changed everything. In a rundown corner of the city stood an old garage named Tony's Auto Fix. It wasn't fancy, but it was honest. Grease-stained floors, buzzing fluorescent lights, and walls lined with rusty tools were the backdrop of Ethan's world. Ethan, a single dad in his early 30s, was quiet, kind, and always working overtime. He wasn't the type to talk about the rough hand life dealt him, losing his wife in a car crash when his daughter Lila was just a baby. Since then, his whole life revolved around her. He worked under the harsh clank of wrenches and the roar of engines, fixing what others threw away. He never complained, though his clothes were torn, his hands were calloused, and his back ached. He smiled every time he looked at the picture taped to his locker. Him and Lila, both covered in soap from a car wash fundraiser. That Friday afternoon, Ethan was under a Chevy, sweat dripping from his brow, when a voice shattered the noise. "Dad?" Everyone turned toward the open garage door. Running toward him in a pink hoodie and sparkling sneakers was Lila, her tiny backpack bouncing. She had gotten out of school early and convinced her friend's mom to drop her at his work to surprise him. Ethan rolled out from under the car, shocked. "Lila, what are you doing here, sweetheart?" She grinned wide and held up a crumpled paper. "I drew something for you." Before he could respond, Mr. Randall, the grumpy garage manager, stormed over, yelling, "This is a place of work. We're not running a daycare, Ethan." The entire garage stiffened. Lila took a step back, clutching her drawing. Ethan stood in front of her protectively, but Lila didn't cower. Instead, she stepped forward and said quietly, "I made this for Mr. Randall, too." Lila unfolded the picture with shaky hands. It was drawn in crayon, a garage, smiling workers, a little girl holding a wrench, and Mr. Randall with a superhero cape. "I gave you a cape because Dad says you're the boss, and bosses help people. I hope you help my dad." The entire garage froze. Mr. Randall's face turned pale. No one had ever spoken to him that way, not with fear, but with hope. He cleared his throat, took the drawing with trembling fingers, and muttered, Maybe. I've been too hard." The next day, something unusual happened. Instead of assigning Ethan to the dirtiest job, Mr. Randall gave him a break. He even offered Lila a small space in the office to read and draw at the school if needed. The moment went viral after a customer witnessed it all and posted about it online. But the biggest twist came a week later. A black SUV pulled up to the garage. Out stepped a well-dressed woman, Vanessa DuPont, CEO of a leading auto engineering firm. She had seen the viral post. "Where's the little girl who drew the cape?" she asked. Lila stepped forward shyly. Vanessa smiled. "I lost my father when I was young. If someone like your dad had been around, maybe things would have been different." She looked at Ethan. "You're not just fixing cars, you're raising someone who fixed the world." Vanessa offered Ethan a better-paying job on the spot, not just as a mechanic, but as a lead for a new training program for single parents in trades. Months later, the garage was bustling again, but it had changed. A new sign read, "Lila's Corner," a small waiting area for kids with books, crayons, and posters drawn by Lila herself. Ethan's name was on the business cards. Now he was a partner. And every Friday afternoon, Lila came in, hugged her dad, and sat in her corner drawing new dreams. Sometimes the biggest changes come in the smallest voices. A hug, a drawing, a moment of courage. In a world of noise, Lila reminded us all what it means to care and to fix more than just broken engines. Because some hands repair cars, but others, like hers, repair hearts.